evening, PNP people. Karen Cecilia here. I trust you're having a good Sunday. I trust everybody eating something, drinking something. Everybody's well. Jesus is alive, sitting at the right hand of God. And things tough, but we're mulling through. We're mulling through. And God is good, and we have to give thanks that we are alive and great. So apart from it being a great day, this morning, the long touted poll by Dayton Campbell came out. And I just want to say something to you PNP people, because I don't want them confuse you. So I want you to understand, because we're not confuse you and we're not telling you any lies. Them in there, I'm going to tell you pure lie. So let us be clear about something. This poll was commissioned by the People's National Party. Them asked the pollster to go out there and ask Jamaican people how them feel about stuff. Them pay for it. People's National Party commissioned the poll and paid for it. Now, when you commission a poll, you can manipulate the poll. The reason why people commission the poll is because they want a desired result from the poll. I've seen it done many, many times throughout the world, in England, in the US, in France. Pollsters manipulate the poll to get the results that they want. So anybody can get up and get a poll done, and one person can say, boy, you're losing, and then can get an next poll, and person say, you are winning. The trick in the poll, however, is how you explain it and what the narrative is that comes out of the poll. So the PNP commissioned this poll, and Peter Bunting allowed the Gleaner to do the narrative for this poll. So whatever narrative the People's National Party wanted out of the poll, them didn't get it. Not that it's there, but because it can be manipulated in any way you want it. If they control the narrative, they probably could have gotten some good results out of it. If the intention was to show that Andrew Holness is going down and his numbers are sinking, then no poll not needed for that. Everybody in Jamaica knows that Andrew Holness is going down and his numbers was sinking. But let's take a little bit of dive into the numbers so you can understand what exactly these numbers are. In the last poll, Andrew Holness was 38%. Mark Golding was 18%. That's the last poll last year. Remember? We repeated in you how Mark Golding only have 18% compared to Peter Phillips' 34% that he had. So you're clear on that. Mark Golding had 18% last year. Andrew Holness had 38% last year. This new poll, Andrew Holness only have 25%. So he lost 13%. This new poll, Mark now only have 14.7%. So he lost 3.3%. Now that is bad. But you know what is even worse than that? What is even worse than that is that Andrew Holness lost 13 points. And Mark Golding did not gain not one of those points. Let me repeat it to you, PNP people. If the government lose 13 points, don't you think that if the opposition leader doing better, some of that 13 points would go to him? Well, that did not happen. That 13 points, the one side either waiting for Andrew Holness to leave or waiting for Andrew Holness to come, wheel and come again with them. None of them, not even 1% of that 13% went to Mark Golding. Not even one. Andrew Holness lost 13 points and not even one of those points went to Mark Golding. Mark Golding had 18 points. And Mark Golding, 18 points were purely PNP people. He never had no labor rights. He never had no swing voters. He never had no voter who sit up on the fence. He had 18% of PNP voters. And what happened in this poll? He now have 14.7, which means that 3.3% of PNP people left him. 3.3% of PNP people gone. 3.3 of PNP people say him sit down on a park bench looking like a madman, confused and befuddled, talking to himself. Mark Golding has done at least 12 tours around this country. He has been in this position for 2 years and 3 months and some days. He has gone around the country at least 12 times. You hear them say them on tour. And all that time, he did not pick up not even one more PNP. Instead, him lose 3.3. Now, when you talk about backward movement, I eat that. So let me repeat it to you. All of you MPs in there, we are hug him up. And I keep him, and councillors and executive and all of you delegates out there. The man had 18% the last time. He toured the island of Jamaica at least 12 times, maybe more. Every minute you hear them say them they're on tour. And within that period of time of touring, he never picked up 1 point. Never picked up not even one more PNP. I wonder for the ear. I mean, I know they're tired of hearing me. I know they're tired of hearing me. But I want you to think about this. The man went into this poll that he commissioned with 18 points. He came out of this poll that he commissioned losing 3.3 points. Holness lost 13 points, but none of those 13 points no went to Mark. Not even one. Them gonna sit on one side. Them they are nothing with PNP and nothing with Mark Golding. But worse than that, the man lose 3.3 of his own PNP, 18 points. How much longer are we going to sit here with Mark Golding and some people telling us some foolishness about not changing no leader right now and election? You know, damn election not near. Because the government underwater. Them not going to call no election until them feel like something good going to happen to them again. You can't blame them. That's the nature of the politics. While Unuwe sit down there with this dead stock leader, a madman, as Muta Baruka put it, sitting down on a park bench, bewildered, talking to himself. Probably he's saying to himself, how did I get to lose 3.3% of this 18%? Why did PNP people leave me? After him toured the island at least 10 times or 12 times, and PNP people never, not even one more did he get. Instead, he lost 3.3. Well, not to take my word for it, you know. Is him commission the poll. Is him pay for the poll. Is Bunting give the gleaner for them to write the narrative, for them to write the analysis of this poll. But know this, PNP comrades, all is down 13 points. I have $500 in my wallet and I bet you every cent of it that if Mr. Olis get up tomorrow morning and call a snap elections, the PNP will not win. At all. The GLP would still win. Why? Because we don't have a leader who can't even keep the PNP votes that he has. He can't even keep those. I mean, it would have been excellent news this morning if him still having 18%. But try and imagine, just try and imagine how crestfallen and disappointed PNP people feel this morning that him lose 3.3% of the 18% that he had. How crestfallen are you feeling? These are not Labour votes, you know, or people who don't vote, you know. These are PNP votes. PNP votes. He had 18% off. And while he was touring the country, and they get to see him, and they get to listen to him talk, and they get to observe him lose 3.3%. And Uno want to keep him for go into elections. I warning all of you, Tony Hilton, Natalie Nita, Denise Daly, Michael Phillips, a warning Uno have 14 seats now. Uno going to an election with Mark Golding, and Uno barely coming out with 6. We don't finish our analysis yet, you know. We're not going to be shocked out on which when we are done and given the total thing. Even if we're going to election with Mark Golding, we're not coming out with no more than 6 of those votes, in spite of how bad the JLP is performing. How ridiculous is that? I mean, when the other guy lose, we should have win. But the other guy lose, and you lose what you have. How does that make any sense to any of you? Really? How on God's green earth does that make any sense to you? That Mr. Old Mr. Lose, he might lose some of what he has, and them now come to you, but the guy that you following leading some of what he losing some of what he has, while not getting none of what I've left wholeness. How does that make any sense? What go on the band straight? What go on? On the favor 14.7%.